Trades here with JD again. Um, so at open, what I seen was we had these two fair value gaps here, and we inversed it in one single candle. When you see that momentum, boom, I entered a short down to the low. It actually went a little bit past it. Not gonna lie, this entry here, it was invalid because it hit the low before the candle closed. I took it based off momentum because I know 9:30 open, and when we get momentum like that through two PD arrays, we're going at least to the low. So once I took profit a little bit past the low. Then literally a minute later, I was like, okay, now we swept the low, no displacement, couldn't even close below it. Then we inverse this, and honestly, I was like, we should inverse this, and maybe we'll inverse this, but I was just thinking we're gonna inverse this, and I'll take my profit at this high, which is a high inside of fair value gap, which is a good liquidity pool, intermediate term high. Took profit there. I was gonna hold to these highs because these are 8:30 data highs, so these wicks should hit by today. The only way these are gonna hit by today though is if this can get inversed. Once this 1 minute gets inversed, we're gonna go to these highs because these are this is a good liquidity pool as well. They're actually equal highs there too, so this is a great liquidity pool. So that'll probably be another little setup. Um, we're probably getting another entry right now. Let me see. The 1 minute looks okay. Let's see if the 2 minute looks better. Yeah, the 2 minutes okay. I don't really like it though because the reason I don't like this is because this low doesn't need to be taken out anymore because we already swept liquidity. So this low doesn't have to be taken. So if we get this inverse, I mean, it's not the greatest. 3 minute, two
That
minute.
bullish for a value gap is strong.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I'm hoping it
This is
inverts
a this is
tomorrow.
a 20 this is another ICT model right here. Liquidity sweep, market structure shift, retrace. So this is a lot of ICT traders entries right here. I don't take it, but that is an entry for most ICT traders. So we had liquidity sweep, market structure shift,
A lot of inverse.
fair value. I mean, yeah, this is where a lot of ICT traders might get wrecked. I'll throw a micro on it if we inverse it. Before,
22 seconds left for the inverse.
yeah.
Got
If we hit the low before it inverses, then it's invalid, and I won't take it. This will be the target if this inverses. We probably have an SMT at the highs. Yeah, no, we don't have an SMT. Oh, we have an SMT with YM, so that's good. Three, two, one, boom, and we'll probably dump straight to the lows. Let's see if there's any other targets we can target on the higher time frame. Make this a make this a better trade.
yeah, there's lows on the left that haven't been tapped.
Yeah, right here, perfect. Those two wicks, these should be taken. I'm only gonna draw the second one because that's if this first one hits, the second one's gonna hit. So um we hit the low now, so I would set my stop to break even. That's just how we trade it. So stop to break even there. That was a pretty good setup, not gonna lie. I like that one. That's one of those trades right there. Oh shit, did I just get stopped to break even? Yeah, I did. Damn.
It just shot back up.
Instant. Um This is one of those trades where if you have a mini on here and you're on a funded account, like 46 to 36, that's 10 points right there. You can call it a day with 200 bucks and you just did that in 30 seconds. So that's beautiful right there. Very beautiful.
Look at the Bears.
Yeah, I think we keep dumping. We're gonna dump to this low, and these two lows are so close that we really only need to draw this one up.
You think he's gonna dump to the damn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I
baby.
think we're definitely gonna take these two lows out with this momentum.
The
I
one
don't I'll draw this one out. I mean, it is a really nice liquidity pool, but um, we'll see how we react after taking this liquidity. See what I mean? Though? I've been bearish all week. I'm literally still waiting for these 4 hour lows to hit. They're gonna hit today or tomorrow. They have to. There's no way they leave them for next week. But I've been bearish all week. We've been holding this 1 hour fair value gap. We never disrespected it, so I can't be too
damn.
bullish.
This crazy. Off
Yeah.
of that inverse, bro, it's dumping.
Yeah, that was a perfect play, right?
Dude, I put 15 contracts on that sell once I saw it inverse.
I should have threw five and passed the challenge.
Let me take my profit.
Uh,
I'm at 10K. Yeah, I'm at 10K profit. That's nuts. See,
Oh.
see if I can hit my take profit.
It's gonna keep dumping. 18, 289.
That's insane. Yeah, on the 1 hour we have those lows there.
I'll sell this for value gap if we retrace to it. I don't think we will, but with this momentum, like
Dude, look at it.
you can sell these gaps if you
I just stole your screen share.
Jesus.
Oh, it hit my TP. Nice.
No way, we just hit? Dude, I can't even see my screen because you controlled it. Damn, hell yeah, what? We just hit that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What? I just made like 17K. I think it's a lot of profit. I don't know how much,
We're
but
about to hit the next one right here.
it's still dumping. That's crazy. I don't even see any lows. Now I gotta go back on the 5 minute. Let me see if I find more lows.
Damn, those lows hit and literally like I put her up there. Those
I
lows
should.
hit in like 3 seconds. Damn, so that trade was really good. Wow.
You know that big loss I took yesterday because I don't know what happened with my sell. That should have been a huge win. I just want it all back.
Oh shit. I'm actually gonna talk a little bit to the YouTube about so I bought this account today. I'm working on passing this challenge. It's at 50,219. This account that I've been working on all week is at 50,276. Last night went on tilt a little bit, took a trade I shouldn't have taken on a market that I don't even trade on a setup that wasn't even there. Um so yeah, I had the daily loss yesterday. Couldn't trade that account today. Got to wait till tomorrow. So I just decided to get another one. And well, now the good news is I can pass two of them, and they're only $40. So as you can see, our model works. We literally had we've had like five trades, winning trades this morning. There was no losses. Before I woke up, I came on the market and seen another A plus setup that worked out. So there's just been a bunch of trades today. And you know why that happened? Today is what? Today is red folder news that we had at what time? We had it at 8:30. And that's just how those days goes when you have red folder news. You get this kind of price action. And tomorrow we have red folder news. So tomorrow should be good too.
Bro, and it
Yesterday
reacted.
yesterday we didn't have red folder news and price action was like not as good as this.
It reacted so perfectly off of the inverse. That's the crazy part. Like
Yeah.
we read this entire movement.
Yeah, that we took it. We took the trade. I just got stopped to break even. I wish I didn't get stopped to break even, but that trade went from 45 to 243. That was a 100 point move in one, two, three, four, five, 6 candles. That was 100 points in 6 candles, which is a lot
Yeah,
quick.
that's crazy.
So our next target will be here. This will be our next sell side liquidity. Um,
Yeah, it's forming huge fair value gaps. So
there's really nothing in the way now from price coming all the way down here to 1878. There's really nothing in the way. The last thing is this right here. This is the last thing in the way. So I want to see this inverse in 8 minutes.
yeah, if this forms
And
another
that's
if this forms another fair value gap, I'm getting back in.
yeah. I would like to see this 1 hour form a fair value gap as well. But we'll see if we inverse this on the 1 hour in 8 minutes. Um, right now we're still holding this fair value gap. You know what? Yeah. So if we inverse this. We versus last one on the 5 minute, I mean, it will definitely go to the next set of lows. So that could be an entry. We inverse this. We'll go to these lows. So that's what I'll wait for. See how we react. If we keep dumping through it, I mean,
Yeah, now it's getting a little volatile, so we gotta wait for an entry. Rejected off of the value gap.
Yeah, that was an amazing trade that I sadly got stopped at break even. That rejection was hard though. It wicked up hard, stopped out at break even, and then kept going.
Yeah, right,
Part
went right
part of
back
the
down.
game though.
Yeah, it literally smashed into that other fair value gap. So let's see if it starts
Part
going.
of the game. We left the 830 highs, so those are good to note for another day because we will come back and take those. Probably
Yeah.
not today with this momentum down. I want to see us inverse this 5 minute here, and I want to see us inverse the 1 hour. So these are our targets. We have three more targets left for today. After these targets are hit, I am completely done trading because we will have nothing else to target.
Oh, those lows on to the left on the 10 minute.
The relative equal lows on the 4 hour. Um, Also the lows here on the 15 minute on the whatever. These lows, and then these relative equal lows. This is the final target for the day. Once these hit, I have no reason to trade because there will be no more liquidity to target.
Let's see.
So that's the
That's crazy.
daily
It's,
objective here. Three more targets. All of them
I'm
should
bas-
hit with this
I'm
momentum.
dude, I'm basically done for the day.
Yeah, with how much with the catching that move, there's no reason to be trading anymore. I'm gonna keep tape reading and watching, but
Yeah, I got 18K profit just between those
Mm.
between on that move. So
These three targets are gonna hit though today. Look at this momentum. Like it's crazy.
yeah, now it's like lower quality because it's like moving down slower. Yeah, that move straight down was crazy. What? Holy shit. Yeah, I was kind of pissed yesterday after that loss because I fucking called the sell.
What?
We called the fucking sell, bro, and I got into a sell, and somehow it was a loss yesterday. But we made it back.
Yeah, I was calling that all afternoon. It was just signature and price. They call it the three drives pattern where we just keep sweeping liquidity on one side. It's called ICT
Uh-huh.
calls it three drives pattern. That was a five drives pattern, and so I was like, we're engineering a lot of liquidity below. We keep sweeping liquidity above. Um, I was like, it's gonna dump here. It's gonna dump, and it finally dumped yesterday. Um, if I was up though, this right here was I bet you ICT took this trade. This is like a trade ICT would take. This is a unicorn right here. We have a breaker block right here, so it's a fair value gap with a breaker block with an order block. So this is like just textbook, super textbook. This you see, but that's why I trade inverses because look what we did. We bounced around this fair value gap for from 8:30 to 9:40. Like who wants to be in a trade for an hour and a half? Like I that's why I trade inverses because you see when we get the inverse, we fucking fly most of the time. We don't play around like this. I don't like this because I've talked about it before. It just who wants to
But
sell this and be like, please reject, please reject. I hope it rejects. Like, nah. When we trade inverses, they just fucking dump like pretty instantly.
do fair value gaps count if the third candle isn't formed yet?
No.
Okay. So I think we just had a rejection. We might have a potential rejection here. Well, maybe. We'll see. On
Oh
the
yeah,
one.
it depends. Yeah, if the 1 hour closes. Yeah. See if this 1 hour closes below. There's also a volume imbalance here that we got to close below too. Or actually, this is on the micro chart. Maybe the mini doesn't have it.
The
Oh yeah, the
bias
mini.
right now is bearish, so I might start selling off of the fair value gaps if I see a rejection when it closes. Uh, just me though. 13.
We gotta close
12.
below the 1 hour. ICT says the only fair value gaps that matter are the ones in the bearish ones in premium and the bullish ones in discount. So like on this swing, on this leg, the only real fair value gap that should hold or should be important are these two up here. But that's according to what ICT says.
Oh, you're not
Not
sharing your
saying
screen.
these can't work. These could work. I'm not sharing my screen.
Uh-uh.
Jesus, I've been doing a whole lot of talking. No visual.
All good.
Hmm. Yeah, these could hold down here, but um
I was
the
about to.
ICT but
Wait,
inverse
is that an inverse?
where
At the bottom. Yeah, middle.
no, there's a bunch of fair value gaps in this leg.
True. Oh yeah, we're bearish, so bullish ones won't count.
No, there is no bullish ones here. There's no bullish fair value gaps here.
I mean, bullish inverses. Because look, that green closed above.
Oh, no, we didn't even have an inverse here anyway. Let me delete all this because you're probably getting confused. We didn't have an inverse here. We respected it.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, just whatever was on your screen.
No, yeah, those were 1 hour fair value gaps. That's what I've been talking about. I guess you didn't. My fucking wasn't even screen sharing, so you probably didn't even know what I was talking about. This 1 hour volume imbalance and this 1 hour fair value gap is the last thing holding us up from going down to our weekly target. I mean, that's really truly been,
Ooh. The 1 hour closes in 3 seconds.
yeah, I know. That's what I've been waiting on and talking about.
I was gonna dump.
Waiting for it to inverse. So this has been my weekly target all along. Like after these hit, I have to figure out another target, like literally. And it might just be all-time highs. All-time highs might just be my next target next week. But yeah, see, so now we inversed the volume imbalance and the fair value gap, which are the last two things holding us up. So I say we dump here now. All we can do is go down to the 1 minute and find a lower entry.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how we didn't respect this wick. We didn't respect the C of this wick. I don't really trade like this, but for the other ICT traders out there, we completely violated the consequent encroachment of this 50% wick. So there's really nothing holding us up here now. The only thing I could see us doing is retracing a 50% of this leg, and then we keep dumping. So watch out for the retracement. And now we'll just look for short entries down. On the 30-second chart, which I don't have, there 100% was an inverse here that would have went short. I sadly don't have the 30-second chart, but there definitely was a 30-second inverse here. I just know how it looks. I can see it without seeing it, if that makes sense. If I go on Tradeovate right now, I can use the 30-second chart, but I don't like trading on Tradeovate. But yeah, I bet you there was a short entry right there. That's why the 30-second is good, because sometimes the 1 minute won't give you an entry, and the 30-second chart will give you an entry.
So you think it's taking the liquidity on those lows to the left?
Is drawing towards that, yes. And there's nothing in the way holding it back right now except retracements. So yeah, we're going to these lows, 100%. There's nothing here. There's no fair value gaps. There's no volume. There's nothing. We've inversed everything. So we should retrace here maybe and hit our weekly target that we've been waiting all week to hit. I mean, I've been waiting since last week for this to hit. So it's relative equal lows. They're 6 days apart. I just nonstop talk about these. That's why the market's been like this, is drawing towards this. Then we
Mhm.
got all-time highs here. So we're in between two draws. I'm not gonna lie. That's why the market's been a little tough. We're in between all-time highs and we're in between relative equal lows. The market kind of, when we have two draws, it's hard. It, like if we have equal lows and equal highs, it messes up the draw because we have two draws at that point. And so the market gets a little funky.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Well, the good thing is we have on the 1 hour the candle closed with a lot of momentum. So
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, for all you guys watching out there, I know the terminology I'm talking in is very advanced, but if you don't know what draw and liquidity is, I definitely recommend you go watch ICT's videos, his 2022 mentorship, all his core content videos, daily bias videos, fair value gaps, whatever you don't know that I'm talking about, he has a video for it. So, or Dodgy has a video for it. And eventually I'll have a video for all of that stuff too. But That's the most important thing in trading is finding a draw on liquidity. Where is the market drawing to? And if you can figure out where it's drawing to every day, you can take fair value gap in that direction. Even if it's just a 15-minute draw, ICT tells his son, just find a draw on the 15-minute. Find the short-term draw. What are we rebalancing a fair value gap or are we drawing towards liquidity? And then take a 1 minute or a 30-second fair value gap in that direction of the draw. I mean, you can find the draw in any time frame. You can go on the daily and find the draw. You can go on the 4 hour, but it will be relevant to the time frame you find it on. So if I find the draw on the 15-minute, it'll be relative to that time frame. Like this. This is the 5-minute draw right now. We're gonna rebalance this fair value gap. So now that I know the draw is bullish here, I am bearish overall, but I would consider this the draw for the next 5 minutes. The 5 minute. That's how you find a 5-minute draw real quick. That's a perfect example. Like
What's
we
a
know
draw?
this where the market's drawing to. Are we rebalancing? Is price rebalanced into a inefficiency or is price sweeping liquidity or seeking liquidity? Right now, we're seeking to rebalance this fair value gap. That's my opinion. My draw right now, overall, is we're going down. We're going down to these relative equal lows. We're gonna sweep that liquidity, but right as of right now, if I wanted to find a 5-minute draw, it would be this fair value gap because we need to rebalance it. We haven't rebalanced it, so that's the draw for me right now, is we're gonna go up and rebalance it. So if I wanted to take a trade up to the fair value gap, I can. And then once we rebalance this, overall, my draw is lower. So I was just showing people on YouTube, you can find a draw, a short-term draw, long-term draw. Like right there, I have a long-term draw, which is low, and my short-term draw is this fair value gap because we have to rebalance it. We don't just leave them like this. I would consider this the draw. There's a long right there as well, and I think the draw is that 5-minute fair value gap. So I threw a micro on there. That was the entry. I missed it by a couple points, but I'll take it to this high and then wait for it to rebalance that fair value gap. But remember, overall, I'm bearish. Short term, I'm bullish. I'll take this, and it'll go to rebalance. Price will rebalance into that inefficiency. That's what ACT says, and that's what the chart does. Is it does two things. It rebalances fair value gaps, or it seeks liquidity above old highs and below old lows. So it's either doing one of those two things. And right now, what are we doing? Um, we're gonna rebalance this. So I'm gonna go to break even here because it's more than 10 points. I get stop to break even. Let's see. Matter of fact, it's such a small trade. Why am I gonna set it to break even? What are we rejecting here? Um, well, there's nothing we're really rejecting. It should just punch through here and we bounce fair value gap, and then what we'll be looking for here is how we react out of this fair value gap and out of discount or premium, and then we'll look for a short setup to our overall target down. So that long was nice. I mean, I could have taken profit already. We still never hit the high, but can we just go hit it? It's like dancing around. Um, and you see that that's something Daji taught me a lot. Wow, I didn't even realize it actually happened yesterday. It almost happens every day. What time is it right now? It's 10 a.m. What do we always get at 10 a.m.? And it's only 10 a.m., no other time. We always get a 10 a.m. reversal. Always, almost every single day. If you see an inverse and it's a reversal at 10 a.m., that's A plus, A plus. We always get 10 a.m. reversals almost every single day. It happened yesterday, it happened the day before. It almost happens every day. Daji teaches that a lot. I don't know if ICT teaches that, but There's some things I learned from Dodgy that ICT doesn't teach, like these liquidity pools at 8:30. That's Dodgy's one setup for life. ICT has a different one setup for life, but they both teach different things and both their shit work, so all ICT concepts anyway. Let's see how we react out of this fair value gap, and I'm done talking. I've said enough. So for right now, there's really nothing left to say. Like I said, the draw on the 5 minute was this fair value gap. If you want to know why, it's because we never balanced it. I know we got to rebalance it. And yeah, we should go rebalance it here. So that's how ICT taught his son to trade. He's like, find the draw on the 5 or the 15, take a 1 minute entry. That's literally what I just did. Cause I can go to the daily. Like if I wanted to go to the daily and find the draw on liquidity for the entire day, I can. Like this right here. We failed to displace over this previous daily high, so I'm predicting the next candle will be bearish. And that's really how you do the daily bias, but that's something you're gonna have to watch on ICT's channel or on T-Trade's channel. He explains it well. We didn't, the body of this candle couldn't close above this high, so I'm expecting the next candle to be bearish, and what happened? It was bearish. Um, Here, this candle closed above this candle. So I'm expecting the next candle to be bullish. And guess what happens? The next candle was bullish. So that's how you find the daily bias, like the overall where the entire day is gonna go. There's a way to do that as well on the daily chart. I don't really use the daily, but I normally find bias on the 15 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour. And I kind of trade intraday setups. But yeah. And also Nasdaq's been a little choppy on the higher time frames. Like we inverse this on the daily, then we inversed it back up, and now it's just very sloppy on the daily. So I haven't, bless you. So I haven't been using daily bias too well. I mean too much on this because it's just chop. But I mean it still does work because we failed it yesterday. I could have found a daily bias for today. Yesterday, we failed to displace above the previous daily high. The candle couldn't close above. And guess what? We get a bearish candle the next day. So that's the daily bias. I bet you ICT was bearish today too. Um, yep, that's daily bias on the higher time frames. Looking for displacement or lack of displacement. One of the two. So without bias, we cannot do anything. Um, and we rebalanced the 5 minute. Did we? No, not yet. Should
By
rebalance it.
rebalance, do you mean going to 50% of the fair value gap?
No, just I'll delete the Fibonacci. That I like to see 50% of the swing too. That's the
Uh-huh.
discounted premium, but tapping into it is rebalancing it. It's an inefficiency in the market, and we need to rebalance it. That's the market doesn't move without rebalancing these. At least tapping into it by a tick. Like we got it. Look, we just tapped into it by a tick. That's rebalancing it. Price is only doing two things at all times, rebalancing fair value gaps or sweeping, taking liquidity from above old highs or below old lows. So we're doing one of those two things at all time, and you just got to figure out which one we're doing at the moment, and you can figure out how to find a trade in that direction, you know?
Yeah. Oh wow, so you can use your fair value gaps as entries. That's a lot of momentum.
Yeah, I would like to see us respect
It should
50.
probably reject and target those lows soon.
Yeah, yeah. Since I'm bearish, that's what I would like to see. I would like to see an inverse. So if I see a nice setup in this vicinity, I'll take it. I mean, I see one setting up right now. If this can turn into a fair value gap, this would be a perfect A plus setup because now we reprice to 50%, we rebalance the fair value gap. I mean, this would be A plus if we get it. And we're going in the direction of the daily bias and the overall bias for the week. So if we get this, this will be nice. Got to see it inverse. Um, I'll throw a mini on a trade like this where all this lines up perfectly, like 50% fair value gap, Nice, big, obvious fair value gap, drawing liquidity lower, momentum down. Like I'll throw a mini on a trade like this.
Oh
It
yeah, if it
looks,
closes and it inverses, that'll be
yeah, yeah, a good trade. And sadly, there's no long setup here because there's so many in this leg. But guess what? There was none here because there's so many fair value gaps in this leg. But I still took an entry here because there was only one in this leg. I mean, you could
Mhm.
say there was two, but boom, we inversed two fair value gaps. I'm long. I went long, and what happened to the long? The long played out exactly where I said it would. Honestly,
Mhm.
didn't even hold it like I should or size in like I should, but as long as you can tape read the market and know where it's gonna go, and over time you're gonna start to get a good feel for it and understand more.
Right.
Some people are good at that too, though. Some people are good at tape reading the hell out of the market, and some people just can't, just suck at executing. And so that's what I'm working on. Like I can tape read the market pretty good.
Hmm.
I'm working on executing. Let me execute with the right amount of risk, not too little risk. Let me hold my trade to the TP. You know, some people are really good at tape reading, and some just can't execute for shit. So
Hmm.
learning how to execute better. Let's see if we get this though. This would be very nice. Very nice trade right here if we get it.
We might just inverse all of them on the bullish side.
Yeah. Well, if it does, then at that point, um, we'll see how it reacts. But if it inverses that, we're going to these equal highs up here.
Hmm.
Matter of fact, we'll go to these because it's not that far away either, and that's where the rest of the liquidity is. So
Either way, we got to trade.
yeah, if we inverse this, we go up. It sucks because I'm bearish overall, but if we inverse it, there's nothing I can do. We go up. And the 15-minute hasn't formed a gap yet. Oh, it just formed. That just formed. So now I won't use the 5-minute because the 15-minute holds more weight over it. I will only use the 15. So I would have to wait for a 15-minute to close above to
Uh-huh.
get that entry. But
Second.
yeah, that was a really nice long though from the bottom. Ah, Sam. JD, you there?
Yeah, 1 second. Something. Yeah, that long was crazy.
That was just like the short. We had a short dump, we had a long, and it pumped. So those two plays right there, like that's enough money for the entire fucking week.
Uh-huh.
Literally.
You can pass your account with some of these trades.
Yeah, moves like that, and we've been doing them almost every day. I'm glad you're recording live so people can see, this shit is real. It's happening live time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a lot of traders are full of it.
Yeah, this is yeah, real stuff. There's no phony bullshit here. That's why I can't believe I never watched ICT stuff from the beginning. I used to think he was full of it, but it's incredible.
In the beginning, your bias is very easy to change. It just takes one YouTuber's opinion.
Mm-hmm. I used to be like his shit was too complicated, which yes, there is a lot of terminology, but once you learn it, you're like, damn, this stuff really works.
It's the truth.
Yeah. I don't know how it's the truth either because I don't believe he made the market or he coded the algorithm. Like I don't know. I don't know, but he knows this shit and it works. So
Do you know his full name?
Michael Huddleston.
Michael Huddleston.
Yeah, Michael B. Huddleston.
Oh, it's
But
about it.
yeah, see? So we have two plays right here. We can get this inverse or we can get maybe we'll get the 5-minute inverse.
Uh,
I wouldn't mind taking either one. So ah, thank you.
oh, he's on LinkedIn. I think this is him.
What's LinkedIn?
like a Facebook for business. Yeah, he's not a LinkedIn guy.
He's nowhere on the internet except for Twitter, YouTube, and that's it. He's on Twitter and he's on YouTube.
Oh, really?
You might find him fake pages of him on Facebook or Instagram, but he's very private. He doesn't even let his kids have social media or nothing. He's doing things the right way
Right. That's dope.
instead of all this new age modern bullshit.
Hmm.
And I'm one to talk because I have it all. Well, I mean, I don't have Snapchat. I don't have all these little things. I mean, I have an Instagram, but really, I don't really use it, you know? Like other people,
Yeah.
they glorify it like it's their god, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
So I look like a hypocrite because I have it, but I don't.
oh, it's about an inverse.
It's all bullshit. I know those are your type of conversations, though, JD.
What, like social media?
No, like the devil.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Like how the devil's destroying America, you know? That's your type of conversation.
It's one of them. I have many conversational topics I can delve into.
Yeah, no, I know. It's one of those that other people don't delve into.
Yeah, but I
Um,
mean, America is it's respecting that fair value gap.
yeah, it is respecting. Oh, that's another thing I never taught you, JD. When the bodies don't even close inside, that's how you know it's a better fair value gap. It's stronger. When the bodies can't even close inside. If the bodies of the candle start to close in here, okay, now we're starting to break it down a little bit more. But I mean, the
But,
way we rejected here with no body inside was
ooh,
nice. Now you see the body came inside. Not saying it's not gonna work, but that's something to pay attention to. Where are the bodies closing? What are the wicks doing?
yeah, the bodies tell the story, some shit like that.
Yeah, the bodies tell the story, the wicks do the damage. But we'll see if this gets inversed. Um, I still like this inverse. Maybe there's an SMT. That's why we're going up. This is something we got to keep an eye on. It's probably an SMT. Let's see. Um,
Maybe on a
but
lower
not.
time frame.
Um, there could be one on every time frame, but
That's
I start off on the higher time frame to find the SMTs.
no, these two are identical.
Yeah, right now there's no SMTs really. Yeah, no SMTs on there. Okay, yeah, we got a big SMT on the 15 minute. That's what it is.
Oh, it goes from head and shoulder to just shoulder.
No, we have a bullish SMT here.
You see the head and shoulders? That's a
Wait,
sign.
head and shoulders.
Yeah, look,
If you're a pattern trader, yeah, if you want to trade
it's the dinosaur head.
patterns. No SMT here. Oh wow. No, no reason why we're jumping up here except just to retrace because there's no SMT, so we're just retracing. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. You just gotta accept that price is retracing. We didn't really bounce from nowhere. That's what I was trying to figure out. Why did we bounce?
Oh, zoom in, see if it's gonna inverse. No, it's going up.
I'm gonna keep these two on my chart. I used to trade like this. I used to always keep both of these on my chart. But it's really good because while you're in the trade, if there's an SMT, you can be safe. Be safe. Yeah. Oh, this is even better. This entry is even better. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Because if we inverse this with and make an order block here, that'll be even better.
It'll break those lows. Let's see.
Yeah, I would like to see it create an order block and inverse. So, um,
49 seconds.
yeah. And we're delivering from OTE, which is discount slash premium. We're delivering from the 5 minute fair value gap that we rebalance. So I feel the draw is lower. We have good price action today. Like there's just plenty of reasons why this inverse would be good if we get it. Like plenty of reasons. And so if it fails, I fully accept the risk. Also the risk reward will be amazing because if we close, this would be like almost a 50-point play. A 60-point play almost. So 60 points. You want to risk 10 points to make 60? I mean, I would. This is the first internal liquidity, so if we do enter, stop goes to break even there. I don't know. I gotta watch how price moves. If we get a lot of speed and punch through these lows, I'll hold all the way down to here without setting a break even. Really just depend how price is moving. Still never got the inverse, so
Oh, liquidity grab.
yeah. I mean,
Grab some stop losses before we go down.
uh, I'm bearish, but technically this is another one of ICT's models. They keep happening over and over. We swept liquidity, we had a market structure shift, and now we retraced the first big obvious fair value gap. This is like a 2022 model. Um, so I mean I could see this long playing out too.
It's possible. If it inverses that big fair value gap, it's
Yeah,
like,
we're dumping, we're gone, we're gone. I'll actually remove this right here because after we inverse this, we're gone. There's no, yeah.
dump, 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 dump,
To me,
dump,
this is A
dump.
plus.
That's a close below.
Yeah, we gotta get the close below.
20 seconds.
Wow. Oh man, it's crazy. Today almost every trade hit. Like today was beautiful. We had a lot of trades up here. We just had a lot of trades today and they all gave us good profit. I only took like two or maybe three, but
3, 2, 1.
this will be,
Come
yeah,
on.
nothing. No, nothing. What account is this? I'm about to take one last real trade on this account and that's it. With some real risk and because I haven't taken a trade with real risk yet.
That one from earlier could have passed your account, the 100-point move.
Yeah, I know, and I'm over here putting a micro on it. Catch all these damn moves. The reason I only put a micro was because I made like 200 at open, and I'm like, do I really want to risk this 200 on the next trade?
Hmm.
It is just an evaluation account, so I mean, should go
Yeah.
heavier on risk. If this long plays out, it's because it's a 2022 model. I'll draw it out for everyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh. Yeah, not every trade, but if it's a perfect trade on an
Yep.
evaluation or not.
So this is a 2022 model because we swept sell side liquidity. We zoom in. Um,
Damn.
if we zoom in, we have a market structure shift here, big fair value gap. It's the first one in the leg. So if we did have an inverse, let's just say if we had an inverse here, this 2022 model would be confirmation and our inverse would be our double confirmation. So sometimes that's why I keep these
It
other
actually inversed. It actually inversed just now. There's a very small fair value gap there in the middle. A bearish one.
no, I wouldn't take that though. It's not obvious and our stop loss is a close below. So if you have a fair value gap like this and we break
Uh-huh.
it and now we close below, now you just got stopped out because the fair value gap's too small. So that's another reason I like them big and obvious. Because that's how the rules of this strategy is. If we close back below this little fair value gap, that was your
Uh-huh.
entry fair value gap. So if we close below, you're stopped out.
Right.
And now that would have been a losing trade if you took that. If you follow the rules the way they're supposed to be, which the rules save you. So following the rules does you right.
I see.
Yeah, that's why I don't trade those little baby fair value gaps because I would have just got stopped out. Unless you had conviction, a lot of conviction in this going up, you could have put your stop below the low. I don't know. I mean,
Uh-huh.
maybe. I guess you could have
Sense.
taken it, put your stop here. Honestly, I wouldn't even have taken that. If I was to trade this, I would have just bought 50% of this fair value gap, targeted the high, and my stop would have been below the candle that made the fair value gap. This is literally, uh, this is the 2022 model right here. Let's see if it plays out. This is how I would have treated this. Buy 50% of that fair value gap. We got tapped in. Target would have been the high. We would have went for a 1 to 2. Stop loss goes below there. I don't know if it plays out though. I don't trade the 2022 model. That's why I trade inverses because all these people buying this 2022 model right here, if this inverses, they're all gonna get fucking wrecked. I bet you there's, I don't know, there's at least 50,000 people right now in live time in this buy right here. Like there's probably at least 50,000 people buying this based off of ICT's 2022 mentorship. But we trade inverses, so if we get this inverse, we're gonna completely wreck them. So it really just depends. We'll see what happens.
Let's see.
I bet you though, yeah, there has to be at least 50,000 people buying this right now.
All I know is if that inverses, that entry is going to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Waiting. Now it's getting a little sloppy here.
It's what do you call that? Accumulation.
Simulation. It looks like it.
You're probably going to get one big wick to take those highs on the left, and then it'll break through that fair value gap and dump to the bottom and take the
Mm-hmm.
liquidity down there.
We're creating some low resistance liquidity right here. I don't like drawing trend lines like that, but we are creating low resistance and high resistance liquidity. So we're kind of generating liquidity here to then run because that's how the price works. I don't
Yeah.
trade wedges. I don't trade trend lines. I don't, but drawing them out shows you the liquidity. And guess what? This 2022 model is working out. So that's nice to see for those ICT traders who took this long. Good for you. But that's not my model, so I don't take this trade. It's just good to see. There you go. 2022 model was good.
Manipulation,
Was good today.
distribution. Here comes the dump.
Yeah. Um, Now we're getting another fair value gap here, so let's see
Oh.
how we react out of this. We're really pumping here, so this is where I do this, and I wait for this. I might wait for this if we keep getting momentum through here, because it
Mm-hmm.
looks bullish to me now.
Yeah, that's quite the
And the reason we're taking off like this is because we put in this order block here. The moment this 5 minute candle closed 30 seconds ago, we put in an order block and price, boom, price just shot up. So that's the reason we're pumping there. We have an order block there, but I would like to see this 5 minute inverse. The only thing I see with this, if I took this 5 minute inverse, is this stop loss is huge. If you entered up here, your stop loss is almost 100 points. So I would literally only enter a micro on this. 100 point stop loss is like one micro will be, it's going to be a $200 stop loss. So if you put a mini on this, it'll be $1,000 stop loss. Like, do you really want to risk $1,000 on this trade? No, I don't. When the stop loss is huge like this, because the fair value gap's huge, because our stop loss is based on the close of the fair value gap, I de-risk a lot. So
see if we get that inverse.
yeah, I learned that the hard way though in the beginning. There would be trades like this that look so perfect, and yes, inverses work a lot. And I would like months ago when I first started trading inverses, I would throw a fucking mini on a trade like this, and it's the stop loss is 100 points. I would fucking blow the account in one trade because of what? Because I didn't know. Damn, the stop loss is huge. Let me de-risk my on this trade, and so that was a big learning lesson when I started trading inverses. I'm like, damn, the win rate's so high, we almost never lose. When you have those losses, you don't want to be over leveraged, or you're gonna completely just fuck it all up. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the downside of having a really high win rate, is you think you're never gonna lose, and if you're over leveraged, when you do lose, it's gonna hurt.
Big loss.
Yeah. We'll see how if we inverse this. I like this though. I like this order block. Um, yeah. Want to see this order block hold. Want to see this inverse. Um, I had this drawn out earlier, but this would be the target if we inverse that. our scale slash break even would be this high. Take some partials, set break even here, and then we would scale here. If anyone's wondering why, this is the internal range liquidity, as ICT would call it. This is external range liquidity. So anytime we hit internal, there's potential we could reverse. We reverse a lot from internal. So you only want to hold runners to external. And yeah, that's it.
The Bulls are bulling.
Yeah, but matter of fact, I'm gonna delete this order block. It's cool to know there's an order block there, but this inverse down looks pretty good. I like the reaction we're getting in terms of if we inverse it.
Oh yeah, that'd be juicy. Yeah, there's two fair value gaps there.
Yeah, there is. But the thing is, once we inverse the second one, we're good. The reason I don't trade is because it's hard to explain. There's so many in this leg, and yes, I wouldn't trade this long. I like the singular ones. I know I always tell you I like the singular ones, and then I'm over here saying I'm gonna take one where there's two. It's very trading isn't like set in stone. It's very situational. It really depends on the situation. So there is two here, and I tell you not to take multiple fair value gaps. But if we inverse both of these, I'll take this short. Um, when there's fucking like 10 here in this leg, no, that's different. But when there's two here, okay, there's nothing I can do. Because when I go on the 2 minute, there is no fair value gap. So there's nothing I can do in that situation. Normally, when you go on the 2 minute and you go up, there's fair value gaps there, but this would be the only short we could get. Or I mean, unless you waited for this one.
This
This
thing
one
looks.
doesn't look bad.
Let's see what it does. This one's been going straight up.
Yeah. So no candle close there. 5 minutes, about to close in 2 seconds. So we would have to wait a whole another 5 minutes to get an entry if we wanted to go long. Um, yeah, no entry, no entry. So that bullish OB propelled us up. Um,
It was about a 4 minutes till an inverse if it does it.
yeah, there's no SMT, so I guess that's good. Um, so nothing. I would like to see this play out in the 1050 macro. I don't even have macros on my indicators anymore. I just know when the macros are now, but the 1050 macro, I would like to see this play out in, so we'll see what we get. After the 1050 macro ends at 11:10, um, I'm we're gonna hop off. I'm sure JD will hop off before that, but after 11, um, we go into lunchtime and it gets slow, so we don't
Mm-hmm.
get a trade, we don't get a trade. We've fucking had plenty of opportunity anyway, so no reason to FOMO, no reason to nothing. Just sit and wait. Nothing to talk about, nothing to do, but wait. And one thing I will say is I know I talk a lot in these videos, but when we're tape reading price action, I'm literally talking my way through price. Every candle, candle by candle, fair value gap by fair value gap, liquidity by liquidity. So it's kind of how we do things.
Oh, is that the inverse?
Soon. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. This momentum. And I'm liking this. If we get the inverse, this is what I've been waiting for. And we swept liquidity. You see that small sweep right here?
25 seconds. Uh-huh.
You see how we swept it? Small liquidity sweep.
Yeah.
I would have liked if there was an SMT on top even more, but we don't need an SMT to take a trade.
Mm-hmm.
ICT says it's always good to have an SMT going with your trade, but you don't need it. He says that too. You don't need it. It's just good to have sometimes. But for this with this sweep, lack of displacement above the high, momentum down, if we inverse this one, I'll at least take it to I'll at least take it to this low, but there's no knowing if we're gonna inverse this fair value gap, so this will be my target for if I take this trade here. And I will go one mini on this. I'll go 5 micros actually because I want to do partials and I want to take partials here. I don't want to do one mini because then I can't take partials. So we'll go 5 micros on this if we get it. Let me go to the micro chart. Um, we'll see what we get. Gotta get the inverse though. Matter of fact, see, this is people probably say, oh, you flip your bias, you're bullish, then you're bearish. I mean, now at this point, whichever one inverses. If we get a long here, I'll take the long. If we get the short, I'll take the short. I mean, they
Bulls and
both,
bears.
yeah, they both look good. Very situational. Just gotta react and not predict. So if we inverse this, we know we're gonna go to this high. We know if we inverse this, we know we're gonna go to this low. Just gotta wait and see what price is gonna do. I'll do 5 micros. Whenever you gotta go, Jay, just let me know. Probably take this last trade and call it anyway. Oh, it's been good. I love doing these morning sessions with you. When I go back to work, I'm gonna miss it.
It'll come back soon, bro. Just gotta
Definitely gonna miss this. This is business too. Like this is business, but it's fun, you know? Like I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And in the future, you can be the one doing the talking once you understand all the terminology. You could do the talking and oh, we got the entry. There's the entry. Yeah.
I'm in.
Hold up. Yeah, we got the entry. So there's the short. I'm gonna take 4 off here. Uh, I'm gonna take 4 off here. So we're gonna put our limit there, and then I'm gonna set my stop to break even once we hit. I don't know if I'll set a break even. I'm good. We don't need a break even here, but we're gonna take 4 off once we hit here.
We're hitting a big value gap.
I know, but these lows in this fair value gap are gonna get ran since this inversed. There's no saying
Mhm.
this is gonna get inversed, but these lows are gonna get ran. At least this low. I'll move my limit and take 4 off here because this is the first low before this one. But hold up. Shoot. I'm doing my analysis on the micro chart. Fuck. See, that's where you. No, 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 no. It's fucked up. I just got lucky here. You want to know why?
Why?
The micro chart inversed. The real chart didn't inverse. So I just got lucky that that worked out.
Oh
This is
shit.
why this is why doing your analysis on the mini chart is why I was over here on the micro looking for an inverse. If we close back above, then obviously we're stopped out and that's it. But
Let's see what happens.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the micro chart closed below and then the mini didn't. It's kind of like that would have been a big fail if this if but we finally inversed it on both charts, so I'm not worried now. But that could have really destroyed you. Imagine you put real risk on it on a funded account and you saw it inverse, but you're like, oh shit, it didn't inverse on the real chart. It only inversed on the micro.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's why I tell you, do your analysis on the big chart, not the micro. The micro chart will fuck you up sometimes. And that's not the only way it'll fuck you up. There's other ways it'll mess you up too. Since we created a new internal low, once we hit this low, I'm gonna scale and I will set a break even. Just because we're dancing around here and we created a new internal low. That's the rules of the strategy. This is how we trade it. I'll
Mm-hmm.
take profit there and I'm gonna set my break even once we hit it. If we don't hit it, this will be a loss and I'll fully accept that this is a loss.
Dude, I already took my profit.
98 to, you know
There's
what?
once I hit
Damn,
that,
you, no, you're right, you're right. I was gonna be like, why are you taking profit? We hit 10 points. It hit more than 10 points actually. So you were actually spot on for taking your profit because once you hit 10 points, you do want to take your profit.
because it hit a, well, for me, it's hitting a fair value gap and it's slowing down. So I just took some.
Uh, I
Because
don't
it's,
like that. I don't like that. I don't like that reaction.
yeah, I think the bot right now it's bullish.
Why though? There's something.
A big bullish fair value gap below
No, I
4.
know what you're talking about, but these lows inside here, people bought this. And when this got inversed, normally we run this immediately. Like we just run this. If we
It'll
put,
run it. It's just I think it'll run it pretty soon.
yeah, I don't know why we're slowing down here. No SMT, nothing, just slowing down here. This is not like when we see an inverse, we just want to punch through. That's how most of
Um,
them go. We'll see. If we put in an order block here, we're gonna punch through it. No order block. No, we might punch through it even without it, but we'll
well,
see.
regardless, that's my signal to get off for work.
Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity here, so we should run it.
Yeah, it'll probably run it soon. Uh, Alrighty, I'm gonna get changed and shit. Good trading,
Alrighty,
bro.
JD. Good session, bro.
What do you have to say to the good people of the internet?
Not much. Keep studying, keep grinding, work hard, and thank you guys for tuning in. And thank JD for giving me his time and allowing me to do this with him. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna make another video tonight, doing a little daily review, a little bit of just a chart session. So later, guys. God bless.
Peace.